Welcome to ABC Interactive English. Hello, I'm Matt.
And I'm Karen. Today we are looking at part 1 of a date with your partner and your money. I wonder what this dialogue is about.
Okay, well maybe, sometimes you have a date with your partner. Other times you just have a date with your money where you can enjoy your money and buy things for yourself and do things that make you happy with your money.
That's right, and you don't have to worry about other people, right?
Of course.
But when you have a date with a partner, I guess that could be like a boyfriend or a girlfriend, or maybe just like a blind date, right? With someone. So what would you do in that situation if you were to go on a date with someone you just met? Would you offer to pay for the meal?
Well, maybe...
And be a gentleman?
Maybe sometimes, but, in this day and age, men and women are quite, equal these days. So I think it's fine for us to share the bill. Or even, if she wants to pay, I'm not going to fight it.
If she insists or she says, it's okay, I got this, and then you say, okay, you can pay for my meal too.
Yeah, or maybe, we'll be walking up to pay, and then she'll say, oh, I'll get it, and I'll just pretend to reach for my wallet, and then I'll say, okay, it's fine, you can get this.
Matt, but how about the next time? Would you pay for the meals the next time or not necessarily?
Well, hopefully the next time we can split it.
Matt, you are cheap.
Well, I like to have dates with my money without a partner, but today we're going to learn about a date with your partner and your money, part 1, after this.
And maybe how to be a gentleman.
Kylie is bringing up something with Liam.
Are you free Saturday night? I'd like to have a money date with you.
A money date? Is that where I take you to dinner and you spend all my money?
No, it's a time for us to talk about our priorities, money, and future all at once.
Wow, those are all very serious topics.
So we're looking at part 1 of a date with your partner and your money. And we're looking at this word here, a date. So what does that mean, Matt?
Okay, so a date, we have many different meanings for a date. So firstly, a date could mean just a specific day of the month or the year. That is the date, and I could ask, what's the date today? But when we talk about a date, just on its own, if you say, I have a date, or would you like to go on a date? I'm talking about a romantic appointment. So you're asking someone to go with you, maybe for a meal, maybe to watch a movie or some other activity that you will do together, possibly to get to know each other better, or just to enjoy your time together.
Exactly.
In a romantic way, usually.
That's right. And you can also set up play dates for kids as well. That's another way to use this word. And so now we're talking about romantic dates, right? So a date with your partner. So what's a partner? Partner, that is a noun. So it just means one or two people who do things together and they do something that are closely involved in some way. But if we're talking about romantic partners, so romantic partner is the person maybe you are married to or having a romantic relationship with. So maybe you're boyfriends and girlfriends. So for example, partners respect each other's independence and choices.
Okay. All right, so Kylie is bringing up something with Liam.
When you say bringing up something, it just means that she's maybe talking about something, maybe a topic that there's something that she wants to talk to him about.
She's going to introduce this topic.
That's right. Okay, so I'll be Kylie and you'll be Liam.
All right.
Okay, so Kylie starts off the conversation by saying, Are you free Saturday night? I'd like to have a money date with you. So she wants to know if he's free because if you want to ask someone to have a date with you, you want to make sure that they are free or available. But you talked about having a date, a romantic date, like going to the movies, having dinner. But she says, she wants to have a money date with you.
Right, so Liam says, a money date? Is that where I take you to dinner and you spend all my money?
I like the sound of that. Do you think that's what it means?
Well, I think it could be, but I hope not. But Liam doesn't know what a money date is because this is maybe not yet a commonly used term. So I haven't heard this term before, money date. So what is a money date?
Okay, so Kylie says no. It's a time for us to talk about our priorities, money, and future all at once. Oh, so it's not a date where she spends all his money or not a date that they spend all of their money, but it's a time to talk about their priorities, money, and future. So what's a priority?
So a priority is something that is more important than other things. So you can have a priority or priorities. So they're going to talk about what is most important or what is, more important to them. So maybe they want to have more money, so they could say that making money is a priority for us.
That's right. Or some people might think buying a house is their priority. Then they would be saving their money to buy a house. But some people might think, oh, I want to buy some, handbags, or I want to buy shoes, and that would be that person's priority.
All right. So Liam says, wow. Those are all very serious topics.
That's right. These are some tough topics to talk about because I think whenever people bring up the topic of money, maybe things can get a little awkward, right? And they are bringing up this topic of money. So what's a topic? Topic, that is a noun. A topic is the subject of what you're talking about or the main idea you are focusing on. So for example, you could say, how do I pick a topic for my speech? What is the main idea I want to talk about in my speech? So they're going to talk about money,
Their priorities, their money, and their future. So it's very serious stuff. I wonder how this money date's going to go.
I don't know. It doesn't sound very romantic to me.
No, certainly not. Anyway, we'll find out more about the money date when we come back after the break.
All right.
I know, but we can't avoid them forever.
You're right. We should spend some time talking about them.
Where would you like to do this?
I think our living room will do just fine.
Welcome back. So before the break, Kylie had brought up a topic with Liam about having a money date. So Liam didn't know what a money date is, so he's asked her, and she says that a money date is a date when they can talk about their priorities, money, and their future all at once.
And I think judging by what they were talking about, I think maybe they have been dating for quite some time. Or maybe they're husband and wife, right? Maybe they have been married, right?
Right. If this is just their second date, if I were Liam, I think I'd be quite worried.
You would probably run away. But I don't think that's the case. And this is an important topic to talk about if you plan on having a future with this person. So Kylie says, I know, but we can't avoid them forever. We can't avoid talking about them, right?
So Liam says, you're right. we should spend some time talking about them.
That's right. And when Kylie says we can't avoid them forever. So to avoid something, to avoid is a verb. It just means to stay away from someone or something or prevent something from happening or not allow yourself to do something. So for example, you could say, do you think Robert is avoiding me? Every time I walk by, and then he always turns the other way. Maybe he's trying to stay away from me. He is trying to avoid me. And I think a lot of people maybe want to avoid talking about money because sometimes you would feel a little bit uncomfortable.
That's right. So she said we can't avoid it forever. So forever means for all of time. Or in this case, more likely for all future time, for all time to come. So they cannot avoid this conversation, this topic forever. It means they need to talk about it at some time, so it should be maybe not too far in the future.
And that's probably right now.
I guess so, or when they go on this money date.
That's right. And Kylie says, where would you like to do this? So where would you like to have this money date, right? Because you probably can't have your money date in a movie theater.
I guess that would be a bit difficult. Yes, maybe they could avoid it then.
Yeah, so maybe it should be in a fancy restaurant? I don't know.
Well, Liam says, I think our living room will do just fine.
So I guess you don't have to find a fancy restaurant.
It is sounding less like a date and more just like a conversation.
Meeting?
Yeah, meeting maybe.
A meeting and talking about money. So Liam says, I think our living room will do just fine. So living room is a room in a home that is used for entertaining friends, talking, reading, or watching TV, right? So a lot of people might enjoy their time in their living room. So for example, you could say, I like to play video games in the living room because this is usually the place where everyone gather and everyone can chit-chat, have some snack, and enjoy their time.
All right, so he thinks the living room's a good place for this
money
date. But yeah, I was expecting that they're gonna have like a real date and just talk about money as a part of their date. But now it sounds, yes, as you said, a bit more like a meeting if they're just going to go to the living room and talk about money. That sounds a lot less fun than I was first hoping it would be.
And it sounds pretty serious too. But I am curious though, have you ever had a money date?
I have never had a money date.
Okay.
I have not yet talked about these difficult topics with anyone.
So maybe we can learn more about it in part 2.
All right, look forward to it.
Okay, we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Kylie is bringing up something with Liam.
Are you free Saturday night? I'd like to have a money date with you.
A money date? Is that where I take you to dinner and you spend all my money?
No, it's a time for us to talk about our priorities, money, and future all at once.
Wow, those are all very serious topics.
I know, but we can't avoid them forever.
You're right. We should spend some time talking about them.
Where would you like to do this?
I think our living room will do just fine.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 date 名词约会。I had a date with Kevin last night. 昨晚我和 Kevin 有个约会。下一个单字 topic 名词话题议题。What's the topic of your presentation? 你的简报主题是什么？ Presentation 指的是简报。下一个单字 avoid 动词逃避避开。I tried to avoid making eye contact with him. 我试图避免与他眼神接触。Eye contact 指的是眼神接触。最后一个单字 living room 客厅。They are watching a movie in the living room. 他们在客厅看电影。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 bring up something， 提出开始谈论某事物。这个片语后面可以用 with 来接对象。bring up 意思相近于 raise。我们来看看这个例句。Zoe brought up a crazy idea this morning. Zoe 今天早上提出了一个疯狂的点子。下一个文法 at once， 同时，这是一个副词片语，意思相同于 at the same time。我们来看看这个例句。Wendy can't do 5 things at once. Wendy 没办法同时做5件事。最后一个文法 spend time 加上 VING。花时间做某事 ，spend 意思是花时间度过，它的三态是 spend、spent、spent。time 可以用其他所耗的时间来替换，例如10 minutes、15 days 等等。我们来看看这个例句 ：My sister spends 2 hours doing her homework every day. 我妹妹每天花2小时写作业。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Hi everyone! Taipei is the capital of Taiwan and is home to a very famously tall skyscraper. A skyscraper is just another word that means a very tall building. Let's find out more about this building. Taipei 101 is the tallest building in Taiwan. From 2004 to 2010, it was the tallest building in the world. Taipei 101 looks like a giant bamboo plant. Traditional Chinese pagodas influenced the design. There are many good shops and restaurants in Taipei 101. Taipei 101 is Taiwan's most famous building. It attracts people around the world to come and visit this building. So, if you want to get a great bird's eye view of Taipei City, make sure to visit the Observatory of Taipei 101. You won't regret it.